Go.
Hi.
We're in the, well, not in the water, but we're off from the bridge over there.
You don't remember being here?
That's like where we were. Well, that was where we were, but let me show you guys an example. Ian, excited?
Alright, you can move around if you want to, take far to go, but if you want to sit next to the person you came with, it's always a good idea. You've been with them all day in the car, all night in the car. Come on. That's why we started Uber. So you don't have to ride with people you know. And now that we're off the dock, that's my boat from last year. Just feel comfortable. That's a ring-bill gull. A black ring around his bill is called a ring-bill gull. And then that machine up there, that's a traco, and that's how they get rid of sunken sailboats. Like there's one out here. I say sailboats because people live on their sailboats. Sometimes there's sunken motorboats, but mostly sailboats. Once the motor blows up, it costs more usually to fix the motor than the boat's worth, so people sell them.
I see a bridge down there.
Oh yeah, that's it goes to base, the Air Force Base.
$1,000. This one's maybe 2, that one's about 4. That's probably the only nice place out here.
What do people live on their boats, bro? That'd be scary, just like you wake up, you're in the water.
I saw this guy this morning taking his wife. He drops her off at the dock so he can go to work, and he sits out here all day. Nice guy.
Mathers Bridge, northbound Carolina Pacific Bridge opening.
That's how far we're out from land.
So lots of teenagers with us today, so I'll take any questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll use my lifeline. Ask a teenager.
They know everything.
Yeah.
I do not know everything. I don't know
Amazing how much
anything.
they know until they move out and get married.
There you go.
I'm gonna get married, I'm lonely.
Well, that's if it ever happens.
Suicide hotline.
That's if it ever happens, honestly.
As we're going south right now, the server goes all the way south to Miami, all the way north to Buffalo, New York. You go through the locks at Lake Erie. You can go to Niagara Falls, Canada. That's the last bridge in Melbourne. So if you're on this side and you want to get back over to mainland, you got to go over there. Otherwise, you got to go all the way down to Owasso, which is in Vero Beach, northern part of Vero Beach. And the left side right here is Indian Atlantic. Just beyond the bridge on the beach side is Melbourne Beach. And on the right side mainland is Melbourne. Now we're going to be going behind us in a minute north. And on the west side is going to be New Galley and then Indian Harbor Beach. That's right. I'm going to quiz you. I'll quiz you on that picture. That's rain right there in front of us. We don't want to go over there. One day the rain was coming out of the north, so I kept going south. I was in Miami port stop. Like an 8-hour tour. Usually it almost always passes the river real fast, but this particular one just hung on. Like yesterday, it was pretty nice. We didn't get rain down. Nicer. So, walk around. You can stand right here if you want to. Gives you better when the sun's out.
There's a ball over there, there's a ball over there.
Passing our hook to, these politicians were passing our hook to a rope that are hooked to crab traps. And they're catching stone and blue crabs. And it's only commercial fishing allowed in here. I need to say that is because they do catch fish, but they're not allowed to keep them. They got to throw them all out. but it hasn't got that cold. But usually when it's cold, all the pelicans are following them around, the crab trappers, because all the fish will go to the bottom third of the lagoon. Oh, he's only a few pelicans hanging out with them.
Are you loving this?
But the nearest inlet or outlet to the ocean is to the left, and that's south. It's Sebastian Inlet, 20 miles away. And going south, we have Fort Pierce, St. Lucie, Jupiter, and Palm Beach. Those are all south. And if you don't go out, then you'll just end up in Miami. And then you have to go out at the end, and the keys kind of spin around.
What's that bridge over there?
192.
The bridge?
Yeah. State Road 192. It's the last bridge in Melbourne. On the left side, it's called 5th Avenue, so if you're on A1A, it'd be say 5th Avenue. There's always those blue evacuation signs that take you out to I-95. And on this side, it's called Straw Bridge. When you get to Kissimmee or Disney area, it's called Earl Bronson Highway.
Grandma, isn't that bridge to base?
No.
But the galley dead ends west of I-95, kind of. There's a swap meet just west of I-95 if you like going to those. Pretty big one. Most of it's indoors, so it's not that hot. Usually during the summer you worry about that. Now we have one more bridge 6 miles north of here that's considered to be in Melbourne. That's Pineda. And as soon as you pass Pineda, you're in the city of Rockledge. And Rockledge was the first city in Brevard, then came Ugali, then came Melbourne. So weird here. We ask to check those crabs every day, and he takes his crabs out by hand. You wouldn't want to buy a broken crab. And then he just shakes the fish out, and then the pelicans grab them before they know they're free. So if it was cooler, he'd have 1,000, 100 million pelicans around his boat. Can't even get into the cage, they're just like reaching in and everything, because they're starving. When it's cold, all the fish go to the bottom third of the lagoon. If you guys see a guy fishing with a water in the wintertime, that means he doesn't know what he's doing. The pelicans with the white heads are adults, and the all brown pelicans are babies or juveniles. They stay all brown till they're about 7 months old, then they'll grow whiter in their head and normally a dark brown neck on the back. But they lose that brown hair during the fall and winter and go into their winter plumage. This guy's trying to fish in there. He's using that pole to push his boat around because it's super shallow in there. That's why none of those boats have docks. You don't need a dock for a kayak.
Smell of fish.
This is a really nice park. It's called Ballard Park. B-A-L-L-A-R-D. And the street that brings you down here is Thomas Barber Drive. Right off of US 1. Just south of Ugali. Thomas Park. There's a Discount Motors Marine on the corner. Big blue building. There's a pelican up there. That's an adult. You see there's some different birds in here. Oh yeah. On top of that dark green, it's an anhinga. And that's a snake bird. When you see them swimming around, all you see is their neck and head because they don't have any oil glands on their feathers. So once they get into the water, their body absorbs water like a sponge. So all you see is their neck and head when they're swimming around. And then there's a little white bird at the bottom. That's a snowy egret. It's your little orange feet. We call them gold slippers. So there's 3 of them up there. Those are all females. The females have that tan neck and chest and the distinct breaks of the black. And the males are all black and they have some silver in their feathers. There's a dolphin right in front of us. Directly in front of us, 40 feet. And on the right side, there's a tree with some pink flowers on it, just a couple. It's almost dormant right now. That's a plumeria. Plumeria is what they use to make the leis in Hawaii. There's 89 different colors of plumeria. 89 varieties. Towards the seawall is kind of where she was. Those are some giant poodles over there. They're not on the shore. There she is. Chairs. 2 white chairs.
Did you see it?
She'll pop back up. So I showed you the water earlier. It's real clear. She is. She's chasing the fish. See that wave? It's going to the left of the chairs now. She might go around the corner. Yep, she went right around the corner. There she comes back. She catches a fish, she'll show it to us. She shows it. Hey, look what I caught. Kind of like the cat when she catches a mouse. We don't want to see that.
Right there, isn't she? See where that?
We're right.
Over there. Oh, there she is.
Back by the duck. She's coming back now.
There are
Yeah, those are all coconut palms right there.
coconuts right there.
Yeah, we have green and gold coconuts, or yellow. I like gold better. They just added on to their summer kitchen there. The 2 right sections are brand new. They used to just have 1 section. Now she's clear by the parking meter.
By that one thing, come in this room.
That's all they do is go up and down chasing fish on the seawall. We'll come back in a second. We'll see if there are any more up here. This is the mouth of the Galley River. It goes here and turns to the right, and it only goes back about 3 miles, and then there's a spillway from the St. Johns River. So there's a lot of fresh water in there, about 85% fresh water. So the nearest saltwater inlet's 20 miles south of us. This house on the right with the blue boat, that was the second house in New Galley, and then the brick house in front of us was the first house.
Yeah.
That's the mayor and the
I was
secretary's
only able
house.
to get her phone.
It's a baby pelican on the piling there in front of us, 1 o'clock. And those people that are hanging out on the dock, that's a retreat. So if you have enough friends, you could rent that place for the weekend or the day. I don't know if there's enough friends somewhere. This is all brand new right here, guys, standing the docks and the concrete and the little sides. It's all brand new. Ballard. So over on the left by that black truck, those birds, most of those birds, the big ones with black heads are wood storks, and they're nearly extinct. They were around when we had dinosaurs on Earth.
Really?
There were wood storks, dinosaurs, and Nancy Pelosi. It's only 3 things.
Oh, look at that! Sorry, look at that.
But they're very cool. They have like that hard head helmet that's called. Looks like a football helmet or a Roman helmet. And then they have pink feet because all the crustaceans they eat. That little bluebird behind that fisherman there, that's a little blue heron. It's as big as they get. I was going to show you one earlier, but we were looking at the dolphins. When they're first born, they're white.
You did?
Me back here. Alligators. That's why I got this guy. What are you gonna do? Some guy in one of the neighborhoods shot an elk. When you shoot them, they live forever. You got to take their brain out. You got to put like a wine corkscrew in their brain and take it out. Otherwise, they're gonna stay alive. And then they kept seeing him swimming around, even though he was shot. And someone turned the guy in, so now the guy's hoping they could get him a huge fine, probably do some jail time. It wasn't even that big, it was barely 6 feet. There is an alligator hunting season, but you have to take a class. You don't have to take it every time, but you have to have taken the class. And that's one thing they teach you. You got to take the brain out. Because these people will catch or shoot a big 12-foot gator, get it into the boat, lay it across their 12-foot airboat, and it wakes up while they're going, and it just starts rocking and going nuts and going after the captain. Next thing you know, the captain's in the water with a mad alligator. Here's some dolphins by the White House over here on the left. About 10 o'clock where the 2 garage doors are. They're right there. Yeah, these backpacks are making me think of a joke.
I think I might have gotten something, but I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, you see it? Right in front of that house. You see it? Yeah, he's got the fins are coming up in there. Yep, right there. See the fins and the tail? You see it? Yep, they're gonna come up again. Watch right there. Straight ahead.
Up into the left.
There it is.
See it?
Both of them.
So that's probably the mom and the baby, or the aunt and the baby. That's who raises the baby, is the mom and the aunt. The other one we saw by the seawall is part of this family. Either the sister or the mom.
Put your back. Do you want me to put your back right by by your seat?
They're going up for that sailboat there.
That's not all you can see of them. They like their hands. There they are.
Yeah, they're on the right, beyond that boat on the right, in front of us at 1 o'clock. In front of it. 1 o'clock. That's 2 o'clock. There you go. So on the shoreline in the opening of those trees around 12:30, 1 o'clock, there's a great blue heron standing there. Great blue herons are the largest of the heron family. You stretch them out flat from the tip of their beak to the end of their feet. They're 7 feet long. It's right in front of us now at 12 o'clock. That's what they do. They stand on about 2 to 3 inches of water and they just wait for a fish to swim by. When the fish swims by, they stand on their feet. All these palm trees that look the same here in front of us, those are sable palms. That's the state tree of Florida. Yes, they're chasing a fish. The fish are running in the mangroves trying to get away, and then once they get that far, they have to turn around. There's the great blue right there on the left. They're really pretty birds.
They're coming up right there. There's one there.
Braylon.
They're like so shallow. There's one. Oh, look right there. Just right in front of us. No, you're okay. You're fine. Move over here.
Yeah, dolphins have what's called echolocation, which is a built-in sonar. So they know their surroundings better than we do.
I don't think anybody else here has. Keeps coming up to see the man.
Right next to us. Right there.
Right there. Oh, right there.
Oh, there's one clear on Sri Lanka. See, people live on these boats too. They just got done dredging all this. It took about 2 years. Used to be super shallow. You couldn't even get a boat in here, but then they dredged it. Now all these junky boats are parked in here. The other side of the fence here. It just looks crazy because they're so big and the fish is real small, so when it disappears into the mangroves, that's a great blue heron. Great blue heron. Say it 3 times. See, some of these pelicans are resting or sleeping, and when they do that, like the white ones at 11 o'clock, they rotate their beak 180 degrees. So their head's facing backwards. There's 2 white ones there. You always see them itching themselves because they have a slight case of lice. That's why salt water is good for them.
There's one coming right this way. Watch right there. Kevin, he's right there. See him?
Right there. There's one over there too.
There's one right here.
Rhiannon, go on this side, honey.
Sorry.
Okay?
Yes?
Are you sure? Probably eat
Fish, fish. So I said, fish think they're getting away and they come out into the light and pelicans grab them. So when it's not windy, when you see birds around, then that means there's dolphins around because the dolphins are chasing the fish up out of the water. Just to there, 2 o'clock.
Shake him. See him?
All these pilings, they just use like a barge and just pound them all.
No, the pilings they use water, pressured water. It's a big circle, and they lower it, water goes back away to the sand, and then they slide the piling down it, and then they just back it out. They're done. And you can do it with a power washer if you want to, like that piling. You don't need to bring a rig. You get a power washer, make a big hole, stick the piling in it, and we'll fill it. It's like at the beach. Dig a big hole in the beach. Come back the next day.
Oh, there's a baby one.
So on the left side, by the chain link fence, to the left of that fence, those are banana trees. There's only one stalk of bananas, and it's kind of behind the 3rd tree. once they get tall, they produce bananas, and then the tree dies, and another one comes up behind it. So it's a constant cycle. They're everywhere. We'll see some more in a bit. Wood storks normally live on this gray house and in that tree. One brown ibis over there with the white one. When they're first born, they're brown. They lose that hair and become white. And a builder bought it last year and tore it down. So they tore it down. But he got this property for $546,000. This used to be Annie the Dragon. It was 100 feet long. Her tail's way up here and her head's all the way in the water. That was this kid's playhouse. So if you look to the left, you can see how Merritt Island is surrounded by water. And then the houses in front of us have the river on this side and the ocean on the other side. And there's some dolphins right next to where the pelican's standing. They're coming towards us, it looks like. Or where the seawall's sticking out, they look like they were coming towards us. Oh no, now they went to the right.
Yeah, they're like right up there.
So the Banana River here only goes 35 miles and then it ends into NASA and the Canaveral Air Force Station. And right here it comes to a point in North Merritt Island. It's 25 miles wide. Sunny. Yeah. It reflects off the sun. So you can find them.
Did you see them?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it?
More people don't look
We're over here.
This White House in front is built to look like a ship. They're there right next to us, right at the end of the seawall. The Dolphins are right there, like 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
There's two right there. There's
They are.
Oh, right there. I caught it.
Yeah.
Oh, again. I got more of one of that right there.
And then there's one right there.
Look in this area.
Right there.
Oh, there was.
Right there.
I saw him. He's on the other side.
There's a swimming pool built into this house right on the second level.
The ball right there.
There she is.
Yeah, I see him in the water.
Turn back around.
I just saw them.
Did you show us? Did you see it? I should say. Are you warm enough now? Do you want the other blanket? No. It's not using it. You don't look like you're having a good time.
I'm tired.
It's on the right, the baby's on the right of us. There she is. See, right in front of us, there's a pelican standing there and has a brown neck. And that's how our pelicans normally look 8 months out of the year, but they lose that brown hair in the winter. So that means that pelican is migratory. And then there's the cormorant that's all black, that's a male, and then the white chest one is a female. That's the difference of the cormorants. And these are all coconut palms right here. This tree in the middle that's mostly dormant has one flower on it. That's a yellow plumeria.
These are nice
Another
houses.
month or so will be in the spring and it'll start blooming and have green leaves and tons of yellow flowers.
That's a nice house.
This blue house is about a year and a half old. They bought a house like the one to the left of it and built this house. And I've never seen people here until like the last week. I've seen them twice now. I don't know if it's a vacation house for them or what.
It's a little second home.
Yeah, they went behind us. They like to go into this canal right here. Yeah, they stood behind us. They're right behind us now. Oh, there was some good. Yeah, they like going into that canal right there. Yep, there she is. Yeah, these kids, that's the yacht club. They have like little sailing competition, gives them something to do on the weekends. We're gonna go around those orange buoys out there to the.
Where you want to be, Rox?
Oh yeah, I just
Oh yeah.
did.
Oh.
Oh, Rocky, come here.
Come up to the front.
Oh. There's a few of them over here. Yeah.
There's another one.
Oh. One right here.
And recorded. Oh, he's right there now. What time is it gonna?
That was the baby one.
Oh, show her from there. What show we got right there?
Down the other side here.
Come to the other
This side. Where?
Back over here.
Yeah, look to this side.
People are lonely and lonely and no more fancy shoes. Hallelujah's exact nothing. Misery is all the news. People are lonely and lonely and no more too many fools that can build all the junk that we sell.
Right there.
Our soul time man, make you wanna yell and we go back. Make you wanna move. As we grow old, rise up against the
There you go, Jerry. Get yourself a pet dolphin.